Hello, my name is Luca Walter, and today I'll be going over my 10-year Odyssey plan. So near the beginning of the year in Business 206, we made three 5-year Odyssey plans, which I'll show right here. Number one, number two, and number three. And my whole career path has changed since then. That was before I decided I wanted to be an accounting major. And that was also before a lot of things in the FYIC happened that really changed my career. At that time, I actually wanted to be a supply chain manager. But now, I think accounting is the way that I'm going to go. We'll start off by just addressing the 10-year plan. So as you can see, I'll put it right here. As you can see in the 10-year plan, initially, I get a job, of course. This will probably most likely be a entry-level accounting job, something like that, where I can just work my way up. And an apartment, so I can have a good place to live. And then once I start making a decent amount of money, this will be about year two. I can even upgrade the apartment, buy some nice furniture and all that stuff, and go outside. Going outside is something that's very, very good for you. And that is also something that draws me to this plan. A lot of these things are going outside, like not only money based, but also life based, which is very good for me. And then, just like I said, the next year we're focusing on a fishing trip. I'll still be working away at that job, getting my money so I can prepare for my fishing trip, and then I'll go to Florida and I'll go. And like I said, that's something that draws me very heavily to this plan. And then propose. Of course, I'll propose and work. That'll be my next year. And then we're hoping for a promotion probably in year 4 or 5. That would be ideal. I can start making a little bit more money, get more established. This is the only part that I think might be a little bit unrealistic, which is buying a house at year 5 or 6. Especially with the honeymoon on the same year. And maybe even start investing in the stock market. And then after that, visiting the pyramids, starting a company. That is also a little unrealistic, but potentially that might be what I want to do by then. Hire employees, that's part of the company. Get an animal. I like dogs, so get a dog. Then make $100,000 from the company and a road trip. I think by year 10, at that point, I'll be like 32 years old. So that should be feasible by then. And the reason I chose accounting is I ranked the highest in realistic, which is not only outdoors, like I showed a lot on my Odyssey plan, but it's also numbers and things like that. I scored very high. I scored an STD score of 66 on my accounting. On realistic, which would be a very good trait for accounting because it's all numbers. Not only that, but when we went on ONET, and I looked up my desired career, all the accounting careers, the skills needed for that were all exactly what appeared on my strong interest inventory report, which I liked. And the symbol I chose was a mouse, because before plugging in this plan to my computer, which is I'm the computer in this, before plugging in my plan, I did not have full control and I could not work as effectively as I should. But now that I have a pathway, which would be my Odyssey plan, I can maneuver around life a lot easier. And this plays perfectly into my VIPs because not only do I value going outside, but I also value money. And accounting is a job that will get me that because a lot of the current accountants are decently old, so they will be retiring. So the base pay for an accountant is actually going up right now, which is good for me who wants to be an accountant. And my skills, as shown in the strong interest inventory report, my skills perfectly align with what they want for an accountant. Realistic, good with numbers, and even good with people at times, because you have to interact with other accountants, other departments to know what's going on. I actually provided right here, I'll show it on the screen. My resources it's a mid to high ratio, range. I think the only part that I would be lacking on resources is buying a house in year 5. I like it. That's a pretty high rating because this is a plan that I made myself and designed to like. So I think that I do like it. Confidence, I was very high in confidence just because I think pretty much the whole first half of coming out of college will just be working. So I'll have a decent amount of money to do all the rest of these things. And coherence, I do think this makes a lot of sense. I made this all together. I put all my best ideas in, and if you follow the order, it does make sense. So I gave coherence the highest rating yet. I have learned that I am more realistic than social from this class, which is not something that I knew coming into it. And that made my decision to be an accountant even easier. I did not know that's what I wanted to do. I thought I'll be more like marketing or something, but from what I've learned doing my work and coming to college and this class and my survey, of course, I think accounting is the way to go. Thank you, everyone.